Hey, this is Life with Sean Renee here, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. This video is about dealing with toxic family members. We all have one. Not that I do, but, there's people out the world that do have that. But let's watch the first video.
This is your sign that you can escape your toxic ass family. This big ass scar you see on my neck, yeah, that's because of family. I moved hundreds of miles away from my family because they are just, it's too much for me, bro. I'm the brother that moved away. I'm the cousin that thinks he's better than everybody. No, I just can't deal with y'all toxic ass mentality, bro. There's very few people in my family where I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll fly you out. I'm gonna bring you to come see me. I'm not going out there no more. I grew up around people where every single argument ended with the police being called, the ambulance being called. Somebody is going to jail. Every one of our neighbors hated us. There were no regular arguments. They back at it again. And it's a repeating cycle, like generation after generation after. I'm gonna break that shit with my family. I got 2 daughters, a third on the way, a beautiful wife. I am breaking that cycle with my family that I created. Because the family I created is gonna be way more valuable than the family that I came from. I can't do it with them anymore. This video is finally me coming to terms with, like, I'm just done with my family. I can't do it, bro. Like, this shit is not normal, bro. This is not normal, the way you guys act around each other. My wife is just in awe, like, oh my God, you guys actually fight. Yeah, nah, baby, like, people fist fight, like moms fight daughters, cousins fight cousins, like everybody, like, we fight in this family. Longest that shit was normal to me, bro. I used to think, nah, yeah, everybody fights like this, until I met my wife's family. They have their arguments, their disagreements, they'll yell at each other, they'll cuss each other out, but the police have never been called, bro. Like, other people's worst arguments are a light day in my family, bro. And to anybody that's seeing this video, if you're in my family, if it don't apply, let it fly. But if you can't message me, you know why. Oh, boy.
Gotta have those boundaries. Just keeps you from having so much anxiety. Let's watch the next video.
The other day I'm scrolling on Instagram and I saw somebody make a post of how they don't understand how some people can go no contact with their family. Pretty much saying, like, they could never. And that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. But you know why some people are able to go no contact with that toxic family? It's because they're a toxic family. And unless you have one, you don't know what that feels like. You don't know why it may look easy. But in fact, it was not easy for that person to get to the point that they said, I'm going no contact with my family. That person reached the peak of their pain and they're done. Going no contact most likely meant that they got to the point where it was like, do I stay under this umbrella of narcissism, or do I choose me? Do I choose my mental health, or do I choose them? I'm now old enough to say this is not worth it, because if you loved me the way that you're supposed to love me as your family, I would not feel the pain that I feel day in and day out when I'm around you. You wouldn't do the things that you do to me. I wouldn't have went through the things that I went through. So while it might be hard for you to fathom why somebody can go no contact with their family, it's most likely probably because you had a decent family, and that's okay. But just be mindful that some people didn't. And I promise you, if you sit down one day with somebody and you say, why'd you decide to go no contact with your family? I promise you, you'll be shocked by the stories. So no, I don't think it's necessarily easy or that somebody can just go cold turkey and never talk to their family. It was a lot of shit that got them there. And going no contact just means they chose peace. And everyone deserves peace. And if that looks like you not being around that toxic family because it's just too much for you, then you do that. And there is no one in this world that can try to tell you how to feel about that. There is no one in this world that could say, I could never. Because they're not you. You know why you went no contact. They know why you went no contact, meaning your family. They might not want to admit it, but they know. Continue to choose your peace, despite what opinion anyone can have over that.
Everything she said is so right. So let's watch the next video.
As somebody with a toxic family, there's one piece of advice that I'm going to give you that I need you to drill it into your brain today. Do not let your family ruin your family. Do not let your toxic family ruin what you worked so hard not to be. I'm not joking when I say that toxic families want nothing more than for you to be like them. They want you to have the problems that they have. They don't want you to have a fruitful marriage, relationship, situation. They don't want that. They don't want that at all. This is the one thing that you created This came from you, solely from you. This had nothing to do with them. Don't let them ruin what you and your partner have created. Ever. If you're somebody that's had the toxic family for your entire life, you know that sometimes you go through waves of emotions of wanting them there for some reason. We all go through it. This is your family. This is your home. These are your people. And the things you went through, it ended with you. And you're not bringing it home. Okay? Love you.
The sad part is that it can happen to you. And there's times where I've had like to basically give people boundaries with certain situations, because sometimes people overstep the boundary or they assume things. When people start assuming things and then making it hard for you to live, it is very hard to interact with that person, whether they're in their family or your friend or your loved one or whatever. It's just hard. When you do have a family of your own, which I don't, this is my opinion on it, you do have to keep those people away because you don't want to make it worse. And you don't want to make it hard in the family you already have. So let's watch the next video.
Gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I don't fucking care if it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your grandma, or your grandpa. If they're toxic and they only bring you negative energy and have always made you feel like shit and have made you go through a whole bunch of crap when you were young and they still keep on dragging you down, then you have to get rid of them. You have to stop talking to them. You have to get them out of your life. It doesn't matter if it's your friends or your family. It's the same shit. You have to learn how to respect yourself and set boundaries, okay? Because if you don't respect yourself and you don't set boundaries for yourself and you just keep living in this constant crap that they're making you live in, then how do you expect to heal and see success in your life?
You have to do what's best for you and your family and whoever else that's in your life. That's not having to deal with the ongoing cycle of a toxic person. Whether it's family members or a loved one, you still have to do the best thing that's for you, because anxiety is high, depression is high, it's a lot. So if you have any comments towards this video, you know what to do. Comment below. This is Life with Shauna Renee, and I'm out. Bye.